So, the life you want to have, the business that you want to have, the money you want to make, the body you want to have, the relationships that you want to have, everything hinges on the decisions that you make. And some of you are very, very well likely, like very close to having what it is that you want in life and business and your money game and your marriage game, whatever it may be. The only thing standing in your way is a few critical decisions. Perhaps some critical conversations that you need to have with some people and some decisions that need to be made. So my wife and I recently made a pretty critical decision. The big decision is to sell our home, our personal home. And I'm going to show it to you. We have a pretty badass home. I remember when we bought it, a friend of mine is a big social media guy. And he's like, dude, he's like, you got like 9,000 square foot mansion. When are you gonna post this on social media? It's like, well, I'm not. He's like, why not? I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't like to brag or boast, but I do like to provide a great life for my family. And I'll show you the house again. That's where I've been living. Okay. And the thing is, like, we decided recently, there's some issues with the home in the area that I just don't love. It's like not my forever home. But the other thing was, like, put a lot of money into this home, and there's some areas that I want to put that money into some other places right now. Like, we had this experience, a big, little mansion, mini mansion, whatever you want to call it. Got a casita out back, like a 2,000 square foot home, and have, my wife's family lives out there, and that was cool. It was a good experience, but we're like, nah, it's not it. I'd rather pull cash out, downsize the home, downsize expenses, and put money elsewhere. So this is it. Like, pool, outdoor bathroom on the lake, surrounded by woods. Home is beautiful. It was a 6-car garage. That's actually not a garage anymore. It's just a faux garage door, and this is all built out, 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bath home there, full kitchen, everything. And it's baller. But we just made the decision, like, there's a lot of money that we could pull out of this home, like a lot. And I can use it in business. That's what we're doing. It's a key decision. But the decision was made because of the impact that it will have on our future. Not just financially. We have 5 children. We've got a lot of things going on. And whenever I first started having this conversation, there were some challenges too, just to be transparent, like going on in business. And I'm like, shit, I've got some pretty big cost overruns I started having, like almost immediately when we bought this house. It was like, I had like $500,000 coming in from 2 deals that were supposed to close a month after we bought this home. And so I was like comfortable putting like $500,000 of cash easy in this deal, in our personal home, because I'm like, I got this another $500,000 coming in, and guess what? It blew up. So neither of those deals closed, and I had other issues arising with COVID. Look, we were doing basically took on a development. We purchased and started a subdivision development during COVID, and we blew past what we thought, our costs and expenses were going to be. And this is me doing this deal alone. I didn't bring in partners or anything like that. So I've had massive hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of overruns and other issues. So we made a decision to sell this home. But my point of this is, what decisions are you making or not making that are going to be critical to getting to where you want to be? Okay. And a lot of times you can call these critical conversations, You can call these just difficult decisions, but what are the decisions that are stopping you from being where you want to be, going where you want to go, to having the money that you want to have the lifestyle you want to have the marriage that you want to have? I'll give you an example. So my wife and I, we have weekly counseling. Okay, at times in the past we'd have it quarterly, times that we have monthly. Right now we're weekly. Okay, weekly, I should say most weeks. Sometimes it goes to every 2 weeks. Why is that? This is a decision that we made. This is because we want our marriage to be better. We want to have a marriage like that just thrives. Not just it thrives for us. Also, the benefit is for our children. That's what we want, and so that's a decision that we made. And what lies on the other side of that decision is a great marriage, a thriving marriage, great communication, sex, just like going to another level because of that decision. So what are the decisions that you need to make? I remember when I was a police officer and I made that decision to leave law enforcement and go into corporate America. That was a difficult decision. Most of my coworkers and fellow officers would never make that decision. They were playing let me count down my years until retirement, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, count down retirement. I'm like, oh my God, that's a long time. And you're counting down 15 years until you can leave here. Like, you're not in prison, my friend. Like, you're on the other side of the bars. You can leave here willingly today. And so I remember that decision was big. And I went into corporate America, decided I hated that day one. That took me many years to leave that job and to find what else I was going to do. And then when I, basically decided on real estate and started going all in with real estate while working my job, I had another decision to make. And the decision is my financial future going to be met with my corporate America job, which it absolutely was not. There's a very low ceiling there. And was the lifestyle that I wanted to be met with that corporate job? No, it wasn't. So I had a decision to make. And the decision was to bet on me. The decision was to leave that job, not just the pay, the company car, the medical, the other benefits, the 401k, all that stuff, and push it back on the table and say, keep it. I'm betting on me. And betting on me back then was like nothing. Like, I had nothing except I had a dream and a drive, and I made the decision to bet on me in that place. And it's led me to living in homes like this. We've had other really nice big homes. We tend to move every few years anyways. Which, side note, one of the greatest ways to make money, if you don't mind moving, is live in a home, 2 years, flip it, tax-free. It's one of the greatest ways to make money. Tax-free in America. If you don't mind moving. There's that small little asterisk there. But my friend, my question is, what are the decisions that you need to make? You know what they are. There's some decisions in your relationships, in your business, in perhaps your job, with yourself in the mirror, decisions you need to make about your health and your nutrition and your overall well-being, some decisions you make about God, with God, where you're at on that. Like, there's some decisions that need to be made, and these decisions will determine the direction of your life. And your direction is either going to be on an upward trend or a downward spiral, most likely, or just that plateau of being flat and stagnant. So think about this, my friends, because what you want in life, in business, in money, in relationships, it lies on making that critical decision that you may not want to make, or having that critical conversation that you do not want to have. But trust me, you will be so incredibly happy and proud of yourself and glad that you did it when you do it, when you achieve the results that you want. For those of you that feel stuck, you feel just like either like you feel broken, you feel burned out, you feel like literally broke, like internally and financially, and you need help, and you know that you need breakthrough, then hit me up. Send me a private message and do a training each and every week. At the time of this recording, I'm doing one tonight. It's a live training, a small group of men. We talk about all about breakthrough, helping you to break through, right? These limiting mindsets, these things that are disempowering you and preventing you from moving forward, but you need to be empowered. You need breakthrough to get where you want and need to go, my friends. Hit me up. It's a big decision. Even this decision to hop on a training like this could be one of those things that just begins to like ignite and create that spark that helps you to create the change that you want to see in your life, in yourself, and in your reality. Take care, my friends.